Folks, you know how most smart assistants just sit inside your phone or a speaker waiting for you to ask something? Well, imagine if that assistant could live anywhere, on your fridge, your desk lamp, even your coffee machine, and talk to you in the voice of your favorite character. That's basically what the AIPi Lite does. I'm Daniel, and I have been a business owner for the past decade. On this channel, I'm sharing my insights with you. Today, I want to tell you about this palm-sized AI gadget with magnets, a tiny screen, and some serious personality. I'll walk you through what it is, how it works, and why it's way more than just a fun toy. And guys, before we get started, just a quick reminder. Check the description for helpful links and discounts you won't want to miss. Let's get into it. Guys, what if you could carry a smart AI assistant that fits in your palm and sticks to any metal surface? That's exactly what the AIPi Lite delivers. A compact artificial intelligence companion that transforms everyday conversations into something magical. This tiny device serves as your personal helper, complete with magnetic mounting capabilities and voice interaction features. But here's where it gets really interesting, folks. You can customize it to sound like virtually anyone. Want to chat with Spider-Man about your day? Or maybe have Hermione help you plan your weekend? The AIPi Lite makes this possible through its advanced voice cloning technology. The beauty lies in its portability and versatility, my friends. Since it's small enough to fit anywhere and magnetic enough to stick to most metal objects, you can essentially give personality to any inanimate surface. It's like having a chatbot that lives in the physical world, rather than trapped inside your phone screen. Okay guys, let's dive into what makes this device tick. For anyone familiar with single-board computers, you'll immediately recognize this as a Raspberry Pi foundation. And honestly, the name AIPi pretty much gives it away. Now, in case you don't know, folks, a Raspberry Pi is essentially a credit card-sized computer that packs surprising power into an incredibly compact form factor. Developers and hobbyists have used these boards for countless projects over the years, and they continue improving with each generation. This particular model includes modern conveniences like USB-C connectivity. So basically, guys, they took a regular Raspberry Pi and added the stuff that actually makes it useful: a small black and white screen, a couple buttons, and a magnetic battery pack to power the whole thing. You can get these in different bright colors, and honestly, they look pretty fun. It's like they wanted to make something that could be both useful and just a cool toy to mess around with. What I really like, folks, is how small this thing is. It fits right in your hand. You can toss it in your wallet or backpack, and those magnets let you stick it pretty much anywhere. They kept it simple instead of trying to cram a bunch of extra junk in there that would just make it bigger and more complicated. Guys, before we continue, I'm happy to share my insights with you, and all I ask in return is that you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. Thanks! Alright guys, so setting this thing up. It's pretty easy if you're tech savvy, but if you're not super comfortable with gadgets, you might struggle a bit. First, make sure the battery is charged and you've got good Wi-Fi. To turn it on, you press the left button once, then hold it down. Heads up, this thing gets loud during setup, so don't do this when people are sleeping. It'll tell you it's starting up, and then folks, you just grab your phone and connect to its Wi-Fi network, just like setting up any smart home device. Once that's sorted, you restart it with the same button combo, and it should connect to your network and maybe download some updates. The whole process works just fine, but you might struggle a bit if you have never dealt with anything like this before. So once you get online, guys, there's this web dashboard that controls everything. By the way, some parts are still being built, but what's already there is pretty cool. The best part is this marketplace where people share different AI personalities. You've got all kinds of them. Even therapy bots where you can just vent and get some support. You can see exactly how each personality is set up, what they'll say, how they'll act, all that stuff. And I have to say, folks, it's actually really helpful if you want to make your own character. When you create one, you pick a name, choose a language, and select which AI brain you want. They've got options like GPT, Gemini, and a few others. Then you can add extras like web search, calculator, or memory, so it remembers your conversations. But here's the coolest part, guys. You can upload voice clips, and it'll learn to talk like whoever you recorded. So if you want it to sound like your favorite movie character, just give it some audio samples, and it'll copy their voice.
Every great journey begins with a single step. Maybe today you feel stuck, but remember, progress isn't always. It was a global conflict that lasted from 1939 to 1945.
That's honestly pretty mind-blowing for such a tiny device. But guys, I think the voice cloning thing is honestly what makes this device special. I tried a bunch of different approaches to see what it could do. First, I made it sound like Gordon Ramsay, then I decided to make something useful for studying. I grabbed some audio of Morgan Freeman from documentaries, uploaded the clips, and set it up as a history tutor that explains things in that calm, narrator voice. Folks, I was blown away by how well it worked out. Now I've got this little device that sounds exactly like Morgan Freeman teaching me about World War II or explaining science concepts. Makes studying way more interesting than just reading textbooks. You're not just changing what it says, you're literally changing how it sounds. That's pretty impressive tech for something that fits in your pocket, guys. Alright folks, here's the bottom line. The AIPi Lite is one of those gadgets that feels both fun and surprisingly useful. It's tiny, magnetic, and you can make it sound like pretty much anyone you want. It's just a neat way to bring AI into the real world instead of keeping it stuck on your phone. If you've been curious about gadgets, this one's worth a try. You might end up using it way more than you expect. So don't forget to check those links in the description below. If you had a good time, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, until next time.